Monrovia. Since 1926, growing distinctively better plants has been our mission for over 75 years. Ever since founder Harry Rosedale had the idea to grow plants entirely in containers instead of in the ground to be uprooted for sales, his pioneering vision changed the industry forever. Today, with over 2,200 plant varieties, we are one of the largest nurseries in the world. With 6 growing locations nationwide in various climate zones, we can grow hardier plants for specific regions. Our plants are the best quality in the marketplace, with the highest standards in the industry. And we never stop refining our process by combining state-of-the-art horticultural techniques with years of hands-on expertise. We bring you superior, fuller plants with stronger root systems that live longer in your garden, all with loving care. Our process begins with our Healthy Start philosophy. We start with the best stock to end up with the best plant. We propagate almost everything we grow to ensure superior plant quality and consistency.
Here at Monrovia, we have several propagation techniques that we use to start out our plants. Plants can begin from either tissue culture, from cuttings, from grafting. Some plants even are developed from seeds. This particular plant, Nandina Sienna Sunrise, is an exclusive for Monrovia. It's developed from tissue culture.
Our tissue culture lab is one of the industry's most sophisticated. Here, microcuttings, or microscopic plant cells, are grown in sterile containers in a temperature-controlled environment. Micropropagation allows us to reproduce plants that cannot be grown by other methods. A majority of our plants are grown from cuttings and hand-selected from our healthiest nursery stock, a process relatively unchanged since the early days.
This is the potting department, and today we're working on dividing Agapanthus Midnight Blue from 4-inch pots. They'll be divided up into single plants and potted into rose pots. And then eventually, after a period of time, these will be potted into 1 gallons at the canning stage.
We propagate millions of plants each year at our main growing location. Those that do not meet our strict quality control standards are recycled as green waste, which is added to our soil as living compost.
Today, we have over 42 different blends of soil that we use for growing our plants here at the nursery. Most of our soils are made up of 4 basic components. We use compost, and we also may use native topsoil, slow-release fertilizers, and then at the propagation stage of production, we also add a root fungus called mycorrhizae. Mycorrhizae is added to the soil to help the plants take up moisture and nutrients more effectively, not only when they're in the container, but also once you get them planted in your backyard.
Some plant varieties spend up to 8 years under our care before leaving our growing fields. As our plants mature, they are carefully spaced apart to encourage each plant to achieve its peak size. Our over 2,000 well-trained and highly skilled craftsmen scrutinize every element of a plant's upbringing, from propagation and canning to watering, fertilizing, and pruning. Plants are pruned several times at all stages of maturity to ensure each plant grows to the required fullness, or spread, that Monrovia plants are known for. We're committed to protecting and preserving the environment by growing plants responsibly and establishing innovative, sustainable initiatives. From recycling irrigation water and organic waste to converting field vehicles from gasoline to propane. Our plant health team scours the fields and hand weeds each of our 22 million plants to cut down on harmful chemicals. Predatory insects, natural bacteria, and organic mulches help to reduce the use of pesticides.
We reclaim and recycle all of our runoff irrigation water. And once we do that, we're also able to reclaim liquid fertilizer that's used out in the field for irrigating the plants and for feeding the plants over and over again.
The Environmental Protection Agency has awarded Monrovia the prestigious EPA Evergreen Award for outstanding pollution prevention efforts.
We have introduced over 300 new, exclusive, patented varieties that are only grown by Monrovia. We travel the world in search of new plants, and these plants are absolutely unique and special in the marketplace. Through our network of breeders, hybridizers, and plant hunters, these people bring us hundreds of new plants every year, and we evaluate and test these plants in our bullpen. Only 5 or 6 of these plants will make it through our rigorous testing program, and they will truly become new exclusive Monrovia plants.
Each plant is hand-selected for shipment and must be a peak performer for size, foliage, color, blooming potential, disease resistance, and overall hardiness. And one of the most striking features of a Monrovia plant is its fullness. At the loading dock, each plant is watered and pruned one last time to ensure that all plants arrive at garden centers nationwide as healthy as when they left the nursery.
At Monrovia, we exceed the national landscape standards for plant material by allowing our plants to grow longer than other nurseries would, by giving them more attention and more detail.
I want to bring you a plant that's more foliferous, that instead of blooming for a few weeks, is going to bloom for a few months. I want to bring you a plant that's healthier and hardier to your region. We want to make you more successful than you already are today.
The Monrovia container is the symbol of the loving care and commitment that's gone into raising our plants, the hardiest, most beautiful plants in the industry, plants that will live longer and grow stronger in your garden. From our growing fields to your garden, we care for your plants. Monrovia, the people, the tradition, the plants.